Hi guys, it has been a minute. Today I am so freaking excited. It is February 24th, so I'm 2 days away from being 7 months post-amputation, and I want to take you with me because I am going to go ride Marvin in a saddle for the very first time since I got amputated. The saddle, if you don't know, is the most terrifying part to me because part of my accident, I got crushed and stuck like underneath the saddle. So it's been one of those big things. So just come with me today and let's go ride a horse together for the first time since amputation with tack. Oh my gosh. Okay guys, I'm here. I just got to the barn. Honestly, it was pure excitement coming up. And then when I was like 2 minutes away, it turned into anxiety. So I'm a little bit nervous, but still so freaking excited. Bummer deal, I forgot all of my riding stuff. So obviously, like, I have my helmet. I don't know if I have boots to ride in. I don't have breeches, so I went and bought thermals, and I'm gonna wear those. If you judge me for that, you stink. I'm trying my best. Hopefully we can find where I stored all my breeches, but it's literally been 4 years since I've needed them. So there's a large possibility that it got thrown away. Oh my gosh, I'm like excited and then I can like feel my hand shaking right now. I'm pumped. Oh, and I have other tack. Like I have my saddle and stuff here, so let's go get Mr. Merv and clean him and tack him up and holy crap. Okay. Merv. Okay, so Merv was absolutely perfect when I was tacking him up. No complaints. Honestly, I was kind of worried. Like, I had so many issues before when I had my foot about tacking up and just the process and grooming and all of that. But with my prosthetic, it fits good now, so, like, I can walk around a little bit more. And tacking him up was pretty simple. As you saw, I, like, tightened up my girth. And then I go ahead and get on him. Getting on wasn't that tricky, to be honest with you. You just kind of throw your leg over and... the most important part is if your horse won't stand still, just have somebody hold him there for you so that you can feel a little bit more safe trying to figure out how to get your foot in the stirrup and how to get the prosthetic in the stirrup and like all of that. So you can see right here, I'm trying to figure out because it's so hard. I can't feel the bottom of my foot. I can't move my ankle. And so my toe is a little pigeoned out. I think it's called pigeoned. I don't know. It's like pointing out instead of in. You can see it right there. I'm losing my stirrup because I can't push into my heel. And then I do a little bit of trotting, a little bit of walking, cross my diagonal. He is perfect. I was noticing when I go to like change my diagonal and I sit down, right, for those 2 steps, my leg bounces like crazy because it's so hard to push through your heel. You saw we like cantered around a little bit. I was noticing also that the prosthetic will kind of hinge. So instead of having it go like straight up and down and like when you're walking, having the pressure exactly where you need it to, like straight down, you kind of put the pressure down at an angle, which causes the knee support part of the plastic or carbon fiber socket to dig into the side of your leg. Oh, look, a little lead change. So freaking cute. I love him. But it got to the point where like right there, I was like, oh my gosh, I cannot do this anymore. So I was walking him and I was trying to like figure out what I could do. I tried adding socks because I was like, maybe if it's like really, really cushioned in there, it'll help. So I went again and no luck. Like, the socks didn't help at all. If anything, it made it worse because it made it so when it hinged, I got even more pressure on that bone and on that side of my knee, which really hurt. Look at that. I took my entire leg off, so I completely dismembered it. And honestly, it was good, but I didn't have any support on it, like not even the rigid, removable, like inner shell part of the socket. And so I didn't really like the pressure of feeling my bone, like the two bones that are severed and like cut in half. I didn't like the feeling of trying to push him over with that side of my leg because I felt like that bone was going to get pinched, or it honestly just wasn't comfortable. But I still wanted to ride him around a little bit. This was still literally the time of my life because I haven't ridden in so long. So I cantered him around a little bit more. Look at that. A little action shot. Ka-chow. So cool. I love him. And honestly, he was so good. Like, obviously, we looked so sloppy, but it was just fun to do it. Like a little lead change without a leg, just a little baby nub. And he was so good. He was a saint. I haven't ridden him since. It's been a minute now, but I need to figure out a socket. I think I need like my own socket just for riding, just for those little things. But it's doable. I'm going to figure it out, and you'll see it all. Honestly, guys, my mind is absolutely blown right now. It was very different than I thought and also similar than I thought. So I thought I would be more scared, especially like driving up the last like 2 minutes, like I mentioned. I thought I was going to be beyond terrified. And like it was scary, but honestly, it wasn't that bad. Like when I got on, it was kind of like second nature, and I was like, okay, there's some things I need to figure out. Starting with, how do I get on the freaking horse? Because it's really difficult. And I do just want to say that, like, one of the things that helped was having someone hold my horse, hold your horses while you get on, because if he walks away, I'm toast. Like, I will fall off. And I need to figure out some ways, because riding is terrifying because I can't feel my foot. And there were several times when the iron got stuck, like, at my heel, basically. And I couldn't feel it. And also, I couldn't correct it because I can't feel well enough, or like I don't have the dexterity in my foot, clearly, to push the iron forward and then plant it on the ball of my foot, like where it needs to be. So that is something I definitely need to figure out, is like, how do I secure my foot where it needs to be so that it's in the right position, while also being safe so that if anything happens and I do fall off, it's like a quick release and I can actually get out. You know what I mean? Like, that's terrifying. Another thing was the socket. I've said this a couple times, but the socket was super uncomfortable, especially at the canter, like, or the lope if you're Western. Super uncomfortable at that point, to be honest with you. I will say, though, that, like, the trot and walking was pretty much, like, pretty okay. Like, it really didn't bug me a lot until I was cantering. And then it was kind of like a slow burn for a little bit, and then it was, like, on fire. Because it was it was uncomfortable, I had discomfort, but then it got unbearable quickly. Like, very quickly. And then I tried to make adjustments, like you saw. It didn't work. Did not work. Bust. Didn't work. Then I took my leg completely off, and I tried just doing it with just the nub. I didn't have, like, any shell on it or anything like that. So it was very uncomfortable, because when I would try to move him off that side, there's nothing for him to listen to. Like, he's got to get retrained to listen to thigh pressure versus, like, calf pressure. Because I've taught him to have long legs, and I can, like, move him and wrap around him. Not possible now. So he doesn't really, like, no fault to him, he's never had to learn that. So have to figure that out if I decide to go that route. But also, I think I need, like, a shell or something protective over my nub so that when I push against him, it doesn't hurt those bones. Because those bones, it freaks me out that they're not connected to anything, and I can't do it mentally. Not happening. No chance. So, honestly, like, the trot was fine. It still hurt. The canter also hurt. I wouldn't, at least right now, like, I'm not gonna do just nub. It's also really hard to stay over his back center balance with nothing on the left side to, like, lean into. So I've seen some people ride and, like, have something that they can still, like, set their nub into. I just have to figure out a workaround if I decide to go that route. I think I'm going to try to dink around with my socket and get that to where it's comfortable enough that I can walk and trot and canter him while also having a socket on. Because I think I'm going to feel more secure and just more capable doing it that way. Honestly, personally, it might be different for you, obviously. But for myself, I think that's going to be the best move. Like I said, getting on was kind of tricky. Getting off was hard. Getting off with no leg was hard. Getting off with, like, my prosthetic was, like, pretty fine, honestly. Nothing really changed too much, except for I was just more cautious. Made sure he wasn't going to walk away. And, actually, I think you might have seen, I think I did it a little bit backwards. So I need to get better. Like, I didn't rely on my left leg when I swung over because I don't trust that balance enough. I don't trust that enough. So I actually swung my right leg over first, then got out of everything, and then jumped off that way. So I did it kind of strange, but it felt fine enough. I know it's not the safest, but I'm just making do with what I've got at this point. And then getting off with no leg, like having no prosthetic on, was kind of trickier, honestly, because I felt so unbalanced. Like, I just felt way more unbalanced than I did with my socket on. And so with that, I just kind of did the same thing where, actually no, I did it like the normal way of getting off that time, just without a leg, because I swung my right leg behind me and then I just slid down his neck to get off onto the mounting block. Obviously, mounting block is involved with all of my mounting and dismounting because I'm not tall and not capable of doing it without. So that was kind of fun. But I also I did notice that it was kind of hard to stay neutral. Like, I was leaning forward a lot because I don't feel comfortable being neutral yet. I think I just don't have the balance, like, through that heel, which was also strange. I don't like that I can't feel my heel anymore. Like, I can't feel that I am pushing my heel down into my stirrup, which is why I lose my stirrups so frequently. And then you hate it because then it hits your metal ankle and you're like, what the heck? Why can't I feel that? Or, like, why can't I don't know, just keep it in place. Like, I gotta figure out how. But, guys, literally, it was so fun. So fun. I'm anxious right now. Like, I feel anxious in my body. Because I'm like, holy crap, I just did that. And that's terrifying. And I'm like, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Maybe I should have done that. Like, I don't know. I'm just, like, kind of spiraling a little bit. If you don't know, part of my accident was, like, I got stuck in the saddle, and so that's why I kind of feel like I want to throw up right now, is because I rode with tack, and that's terrifying, and I kind of want to cry. Like, it's just very overwhelming, I think, in, like, a good way. I think in a good way, because I did it, and it's good, but also, it's in a really scary way. Like, I think part of me is still wondering, like, is it stupid or is it foolish for me to be doing this? Because this is how I got hurt. So, like, I'm really nervous that it'll happen again and then it'll be like, I got burnt twice, you know? I am nervous about that. And I think that's where, like, my anxiety is coming from right now, where it's like, I feel so anxious because I don't know if I made a mistake in doing this. Like, I don't know if I'm making a mistake in doing this, like, actively, because I know I'm going to ride him again. I'm going to do it again, and there's a lot of anxiety that comes with that, a lot of fear. So I don't know. I'm nervous right now that I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight, because that's usually how things go when I'm feeling this way. But, like, with that being said, so fun. My heart is so full. Being able to see Marvin and, like, take care of Marvin, I loved it. Like, being back on him, I was like, it kind of burns because I miss him, and it's not the same. Like, it definitely, there's a burn because it's just not the same. And then at the same time, it's like so much excitement and so much happiness because I'm able to ride him again, and I'm doing it, and I'm, like, the closest I've ever been, ever, to being able to consistently take care of him and ride him and maybe show him or jump him and do all of that stuff that I really, 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 really want to do and I've wanted to do for 4+ years. It's just intimidating and it's kind of a lot to take in. But I think it's going to be good. Like, I think this is like a new chapter in life. It's kind of crazy. I didn't have any bone pain, clearly, from my foot. So that was good. And I think I just have to figure it out. I think I'm in like the beginning stages where I just need to make it like normal again for me to be on him and ride and have a saddle on and feel safe again and feel confident in him and in me and kind of get past my accident a little bit more. And then I also think I need to just figure out how to do it with no leg. Like, I need to figure out how to do it so that I can walk him, trot him, canter him, jump him comfortably, to where it's less anxiety, it's less thought. Like, it's just less thought. It's more second nature. You know what I mean? And I can just go in and do it and enjoy it. And there's no questions. There's no figuring it out. I'm like past that point. So I'm looking forward to that. Right now, I'm just tinkering. Just dinking with it to try to get it to fit and get it comfortable and get it to where I can just do it. Like, that's crazy. Anywho, thank you guys so much for watching. Please know how much I love you guys and how grateful I am for you guys. Crazy, 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 crazy. If you have done this or been in this situation, like, please give me advice. Like, or even if you haven't, honestly, even if you haven't, please give me advice on, like, what do I do? Like, how do I get past these things? What do I do? What do I not do? What am I doing right or wrong or anything? It'll help. I love your comments. I love seeing you guys, like, interact and, like, I love you guys, and it's so fun for me. So, thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. Anyway, who even knows what I'm gonna do next? I go snowboarding, or I go 3-track skiing tomorrow, and I'm so excited for that. So pumped. I'm gonna go, one of the things that I was nervous about with that was my ankle, so I'm gonna go figure out that, and I'll do a little video. What the heck? I'll video it. So just keep posted for that. Keep your eyes peeled for that video to come out. Thank you guys. I love you guys. I'm gonna go drive home now, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks. Bye.